My name is Peter, most people just call me Pete. I am 12. I am a GOM kid and have been since I was about 2 years old. My parents had me taken away from them, I am told, because of drugs and violence. I can't remember ever having lived with them, so I don't know whether that was true or not, but that is what I've been told. I haven't seen my parents for a long time, probably because they have given up on me. I can remember my parents visiting me until I was about 6 years old, and then I just stopped seeing them. It was strange meeting with them. They weren't really a part of my life except for those visits for an hour once a month. I used to love seeing them and would look forward to every visit. I have never been told why they stopped seeing me. They just did. I have been in 4 foster homes and 1 group home. I liked my first foster home because it was really all that I knew. They were good people. They took me to daycare at my first day at school. They fostered other kids though, and there are always kids coming in and out of the home. It was my home and I couldn't understand why there were so many other children in it. I didn't understand that they were kids just like me. I know I was always angry. I can't remember a time when I wasn't. I reckon they put up with a lot because I would have the biggest tantrums that would last for hours, until I became tired and had to sleep. No one ever asked me why I was so angry. And I probably couldn't have told them anyway. One day a new kid had arrived. I think he was a little older than I was, but when he stood in that door and was occupying space in my room, I lost it and punched him in the face. Everyone was mad at me. The next day a social worker turned up and told me to pack my bags. Only had 1 bag. I did as I was told. No one said goodbye to me. I just left. I had to leave my home and no one even asked me what that was like. It was all I knew. I was placed in a hotel for a couple of nights with some stranger watching over me. No one was talking to me and telling me what was going or where I was likely to be placed. A social worker eventually took me to my new home. My new foster parents had a couple of kids of their own. They did what they could look after me, but I was so angry having to leave my old home. I had a room of my own and in less than a day I had destroyed it. It was the first time in a long time that I wanted my mother. I had forgotten what she looked like, but I tried to imagine her face, and her holding me. I hadn't been given any pictures of her nor my dad. I had never felt so alone. I lasted 1 week in this home and was taken to another, and then another, and then another, and finally placed in a group home where everybody seemed to be as angry as I was. There were fights and things thrown, television sets destroyed, heaps of abuse of the carers. It was terrible, still is terrible. The only way I could stay safe was to lock myself in my room, and in a way that was a good thing, because the only thing I could do was to read some of the books I had been carrying with me. Some I had read a few times, but this was a way in which I could turn off from the noise that was happening inside my head, and outside my door. It was here that I discovered that school could provide me with an escape, a place where I could play with other kids that came from normal households. Everything at school seemed so normal now, and I felt less angry here. Learning seemed easy, and at least here I was noticed. I will probably never get to live with a family because all anyone ever sees is the angry kid. I can accept that all I need to do is, stay in my room, read and go to school. I can't wait to be 18 and leave this mess behind me and have a completely different life than the one I have led. I want to be somebody rather than be known as a GOM kid. I want to be Pete, the carpenter, the electrician, or even the lawyer.